All right, I was waiting for that light to cut on like a mug, man. Let's make sure we all right. Should have been cool, you know. All right, man. Greetings, all, and welcome back to another episode of What's the Reboard podcast. I am that dude, Reboard. Appreciate everybody showing up. Co-pilot in the house. Got that Wizan. This is a Stella Rosa black, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I bought the bottle because it was black. Black is my favorite color. I be outside of licorice and black jelly beans, man. If it's black, man, I definitely give it a go. First time trying it too. This shit, all right. Nice little berry type taste to it, you know what I'm saying? Righteous hydration always on deck. It's the champ. Shout out to it, man. How y'all doing? Y'all kicking it? Everybody good? What up, Randy? How y'all been, man? I'm off from work. I'm telling you, man. I don't know if any of y'all go through this, but as a grown-up, having an off day is like that, bro. I can't even cap with it. Like, I can't cap with you. Like, having that off day hit, bro. Even if it's just one. Even if it's just one. And even if you got to, like, do some shit that day, it still be going into work. That's one of the things I cherish as an adult that I didn't, in my younger days. That going to sleep and that having a set time to wake up, oh, man, it's amazing. Oh, damn. No, I slept good. I went to sleep around 3. Woke up around like 9:45 or something like that. I ain't even ate shit yet. I'm really fucking up the church's money right now. I could at least have one of them breakfast biscuits I got in there. I can't cook, but sometimes, man, you need something a little quick. And the Jimmy Dean with the turkey sausage junk, McMuffin. That shit all right. I mean, it ain't like no real junk. Or as good as it could be, when you make it. That's something else I discovered when I got older, too. Damn, he woke up to breakfast. That's what's up, bro. Congratulations, yo. You appreciate that. The table is shaky because this silly-ass dog is hitting the table underneath there. Fucking boy, man. Like, fucking boy. This dude here, man, got his hair cut. And like I keep telling y'all, the groomers don't give a damn what I'm talking about. They keep putting a bandana on this dude. So at this point, I'm like, man, that's just a loss I got to take in life. They're not going to listen. Because it ain't, I have to start the whole process over with. Because where Boy got his original shots and all that stuff, the building was bought by another pet store, but they destroyed all the records of the previous pets. Because it was an old building at first. It was like the old veterinarian and stuff. Like, dude was he was damn near 100 years old and they're still seeing them pets. There was no youth in that building. Randy, I probably got about 4 bottles in there. I don't drink a lot. I'm not that big on drinking. I like a taste on the day off. That lets you know if you don't do the shit on a work, if you don't do the shit on a work day, you're not really that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that dude no more. But the wines be hitting, bro. They hit. You get a nice little buzz. You get a little, you more crisp than you would be if you like smoke some weed or something like that. Because weed helps you. You can still function. Ain't crisp, but you can function, and that's wine is kind of like a a better step than that. You still keep some crispness. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody ain't gonna knock on the door. And somebody ain't gonna knock on the door and y'all watch me turn slowly and you be like, who is that? No, that's what the weed will do. The wine will be like, man, who the fuck is bothering me? Yeah. Keep you, you know what I'm saying? You can keep it nice and mellow. Now, if you don't fuck with it, I mean, It ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes out here, it'd be like the what's the name? Arrested Development Group. Y'all remember them? Everyday People, Mr. Wendell, Hennessy, Hennessy. y'all be knocking it down, man. That brown is real. But that what you call it worse than that. That vodka. I used to drink vodka heavy like early in the game. Yeah, that shit was stop, man. Damn, what's wrong with you? You over here active. No, you don't do brown no more, man. You lying, man. Don Julio. Oh yeah. You know the problem with Fireball, and it just may be the nigga in me. It tastes so much like the candy. It's not even liquor. Like, man, I ain't even gonna lie. I could just drink that like a regular beverage. I'm kind of mad that they do have that flavor. Because you know, most liquors taste like liquor. And sometimes you gotta put a little something in there. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Method Man said as a child, I listened to Method Man say, no OJ. No, he said, chilling with the crew while I'm drinking 92 hops vodka. No OJ, no straw. When you give it to me, hey, give it to me raw. I don't want to drink like that. Nah, man. No, man. I can't, brother. That just ain't the wave no more. I can't. Sorry, Meth. Sorry, Clifford. I can't do it, man. Like I did. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Like them, because I started drinking early. I had to been like 14. Like I remember my dad let me taste the beer when I was little, and I thought it was disgusting. I said, "Ew, man, this joint tastes like broom straws." Man, get this out of here. Y'all do this all the time. Y'all drink like, y'all drink like, I want to say it was maybe, I don't know, man. What was that joint called? MGD or something like that. Because I remember the gold can, and I was like, "This is nasty." But I started drinking when I was like 14. By the time I was about 17, 18. I had a bit of a problem. I ain't even gonna lie. I was turning 40s upside down, man. And then it got bad in the military, like the first couple of years. The dorms were kind of a savior because it was like a safe space where I could be, where if something go down, I ain't got to be fucking a part of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But it was also bad because your boy was up there by himself with a bunch of people who cope with shit by drinking. Like I was just drinking the drink coming up. It wasn't too much going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I mean, I definitely toned it down. This is about the farthest I go because I got a day off. Like it's trash. Like it sucks to be drunk and have to go to work. The only good thing was I could get on the omelet grill and sweat this joint out. You know what I'm saying? Be over on that flat top, man. And that's when you volunteer for it that day. You be like, yeah, man, because usually you just want to be in the back prepping and cooking up with lunch and stuff like that. The Casamigos, yeah, that shit all right. I don't like making George Clooney rich, but I mean, it is all right. I still kind of like Patron a little better, but Casamigos it. I get that. I heard that what's his name? Ciroc Brandy was all right too. Like I got out the drinking game when that dropped, but everybody seemed to like it. It's popular. This burp trying to come out, and it ain't happening. I see why babies be crying. But yeah, man, enjoying this time off. Work is kind of changing because we got a new boss in there, a new chef, and he already like changing shit. Not for the worst or nothing like that, but he making accountability and all that other stuff and making sure we cleaning up all the time like we was supposed to be doing. Because we ain't had a boss in there in damn near a year. So, but he coming in there, he doing the good thing. If the only gripe I have about you as a leader is that you a little long-winded, I ain't got no problem with that. I'll let that. That ain't no problem. We can let that. If that's the worst you got, yeah. even in there trying to pick my brain, trying to change the menu, and I, had to let them know, these are real old people. This is like I'm at a community where they have the apartment style joints, like the apartment community. Then they have like the hotel community. That's kind of like where I'm at, where everybody in the room and they just got the room and stuff like that. The apartment community is real like apartments, like 2-bedroom, bath, and all that stuff. No, I ain't pouring up no second glass. When we done with the first, that's it, bro. We told you, man, we trying to stay crisp now. Come on now, ready? Our joint is like a whole, and then they have the hospice, like the hospitals they, go to when they getting ready to get out of up out of here and stuff like that. So where I'm at the apartment part, that's old, 80 and up. So I had to explain to him, like, these people kind of set in their ways. They're not going to be really doing too. Once you reach 80, there's no way that you're going to be eating something that you don't like. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you already made that decision that, whenever you could, like when you got grown, or, kids nowadays have options, that's okay. But, I mean, back in the day, we didn't have the options. But it was still fire though. Moms could cook. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no salt that I didn't get to pick the menu or nothing like that. Like I got to choose when they was going out with what I wanted. Like, oh, I want tacos or I want pizza or something like that. But just a regular Monday to, Sunday through Friday. Yeah, it was pretty much, she was cooking up some good stuff, man. Moms know what she doing. Matter of fact, my sister be still asking my mom to cook because she know moms be like that, man. She's making everything tasty. So I can't speak for everybody else. I'm just saying my situation. So I had to explain to him at work that they're not going to be into all types of stuff. Because the last chef we had was trying to make it fine dining. And it's not that I can't do fine dining. That's easy. I mean, that ain't nothing. It's just that they're not going to eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like making food for people who aren't going to eat it. That it kind of irks my nerves. Like if I'm making something, if I'm prepping something, everybody need to try this junk because this shit about to slap. Unless it's something like you don't eat pork or nothing like that. And that's how you know I'm a real fan of cooking. Like I make sure my pork products taste good because I don't eat pork. I ain't eat pork in about 15 years. And when people tell me my pork items be hitting, I be feeling good, yo. Like I made ribs last week and everybody was telling me how they was hitting. Like, it was like we don't even need no barbecue sauce. We could just, whatever rubs you put up there, I was like, yeah, your boy like that, But they like regular stuff. These old people just want regular food. They don't want a fancy Alfredo or carbonara sauce and nothing like that. They want spaghetti and meatballs. That's it. They don't want to go no other place in the pasta junk. Maybe a lasagna here and there, but making manicotti and stuffed shells and all that, they don't like it. So it ain't even no need, man. Another thing, one people are always eating beef. You can do any product you got. They'll do brisket. They'll do beef ribs. They'll do a sloppy Joe. Like I seen them people eat all the beef products. They go your meatloaves, your steaks. They don't care what grade of steak it is. They eat it. All the beef products they kill. Stir fry, all that stuff. Chicken. Some of them they don't fuck with because we got a stuffed chicken where we got stuffing, broccoli, and cheese, and we put that in there. And I'm telling you, that junk hit. Old people don't give a fuck. They want chicken in its regular form, fried, baked, or barbecue. They don't want nothing else. Yeah, what up, Reese? That's how they want it. And changing it ain't, you know what I'm saying? We kind of low-key just wasted money. So, but he understood. So we've been hashing that out, trying to fix the menu because a lot of the stuff we don't make. Because at the time we didn't have enough employees, so the last chef was just getting what she could get. So we can make it happen. That and most of them people trash. She knew if we had to make the stuff by hand, it'd be the same 2 or 3 people making it every time. So that's why she didn't want to do that. But now that's getting ready to change because the new chef said if they can't cook, they don't work here no more. Reese, man, I'm telling you, bro, man, you can make that stuffed chicken, man. Just buy you some stovetop. You already got seasonings in the house. But this is how you flip your stovetop right here. You use chicken stock instead of water when you're putting it together. Boom. And if they're telling you to use margarine or something like that, don't use that shit. Use some real butter. All right. That margarine and that false shit is what be fucking your body up and stuff like that. Butter ain't bad for you. You just don't need to be using it in pound amounts, okay? So go ahead and put that butter and that chicken stock in there with your regular seasonings. It'll change your stuffing, bro. Take that, and you can put it like damn near any of the leafy green vegetables in there. You can use broccoli. You can use spinach and kale. You can mix that with there. You can put cheese in it. You can put like shredded cheese, your Parmesan. You can wrap it in the, if it's sliced, you know, you can sauce it up however you want. You can take it places, you know what I'm saying? It can go all over the place for you, man. You can finish it off with like a gravy, a little chicken gravy. You can finish it off with like a little aioli. Then when y'all hear that, y'all be thinking it's fancy. I'm going to be real with y'all because they be trying to hustle. Aioli ain't nothing but watered down mayonnaise. I'm not doing. When I move, I want to, get on TV, get on screen and do it. I can do that now. In this little ass kitchen, hell no, man. Y'all see me bumping into the fridge and this, man, you can't. No, I can't do that. But yeah, you can flip that joint. However, aioli ain't nothing but watered down mayonnaise that they season up, like change the whole profile of it, and bam, aioli. That's it. Just like vinaigrettes, people be thinking that's salt. No, that's just some vinegar and some oil and flavoring. So you take vinegar, oil, sprinkle Old Bay in there, stir that junk up right. If it ain't too salty, you on the right track. Bam, Old Bay vinaigrette. I'm trying to tell y'all. They be trying to make it seem like this is a tough thing because they know if they fuck around and let people in there, the shit could get funky. I just don't feel like dealing with the restaurant portion of it. Like the work that you got to put in. I talked about this before. Like Gordon Ramsay, he ain't got nothing but respect. Like most of the people on TV, yeah. Even like Guy Fieri, he got some cooking skills. Now his restaurants be trash. And that's just the ones that was here in Virginia. Period. They stink all over the country. The only decent one he got is like in Texas and Vegas. Outside of that, he ain't doing that shit. But he can't cook. I never take that away from him. Giada with the cleavage. Old boring ass, the barefoot Contessa. Shout out to what was her name? Julia something. I can't remember. Was it Julia Childs? I don't know. Whatever the cooking lady was with the funny voice. So, that's what that's it. And you can flip it all. Like one thing that I'm tired of hearing is that it be dry chicken at the barbecue. That's because people, whatever you marinating, you can use that same sauce to base whatever you cooking on the grill to keep it moist. Like, god damn. You know what I'm saying? That nigga said Julius Irvin. Randy Wilding in here, bro. I'm talking about a woman, yo, with that funny ass voice. He said Julius Irvin. Oh, man. Much respect to the doc, man. He was the one that showed that you can make some money in this basketball. Like, the vision was clear. They just had to fix everybody else. You stop using chicken. I wouldn't even mind that if it's chicken breast for real, for real. Chicken breast is the same thing, man. All you got to do is just baste the joint every now and then, man. I'm telling you. Next time you season up the chicken, make sure you put some oil in it. You know what I'm saying? Use your regular seasonings and add a little oil to a little olive oil or whatever like that. And you could just, after you put it on the grill, you can just baste that with the chicken, bro. That junk gonna be right. I'm telling you. Every piece. Now, thighs got more flavor, so I can understand that. And that would be a hell of a lot easier. But it can work with chicken breast, too. And don't be afraid to cut down the piece. if you got a big ass piece of chicken breast, go ahead and cut that in half, bro. Like for real. Don't try to cook that whole big ass breast, man. Make it, cut it down. Make it easier for yourself. Ain't nobody trying to sit there all day with that. I'll be trying to tell them goofballs at work, man, but then you ain't gotta listen. And that's the crazy part because I enjoy cooking, but it ain't no future in it for me. Not as far as like in the workforce or nothing like that. I'm just I'm tired of all of it, man. I'm tired of the long hours. I'm tired of working on weekends. Because I'm telling you right now, if you want to be a part of this cooking life, or you going to sacrifice them nights and weekends, bro. Yes. I'm telling you right now, if you're an NFL fan, it's going to be tough. That's why I was lucky during that time when I was in the military, because I could dictate and tell them like, nah, bro, I need at least Sunday off, because we was getting like different options. You can have Sunday and Monday, Friday and Saturday. I always took Sunday and Monday, because I was oh shit, yo, Paul, man, you gotta chill, man. Don't, hey, man. This is crazy. Savard, this is what you was talking about the other day. Because he was talking about my comedy and how I be cooking people. He said, yo, when people like that, they either come from a horrible situation or they got horrible friends. My friends are trash, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. They look for any opportunity that they can find to make you laugh at any time of the day, man. And trust me, it's not just the IRL homies. You niggas in the Discord be wilding too, bro. Like, y'all come from the same field. Now, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff y'all may hold back because, you don't know people like that. You might not can tell the joke about somebody like that, the homie can. But, man, y'all cheeks, bro. Y'all ain't trash, man. This dude came in here and put breastises up there, man. I was going to think David Allen Greer. Tiny from them and Living Color skits, man. Hold up, man. Randy, you can't be sending me no pictures, man. It's a ghetto podcast, so we's going to look. Yo, man, y'all is cheeks, yo. I'm telling you, yo. Y'all big trash, bro. Randy just sent me a picture of the dude, Hasbullah, man. That's my favorite little dude, man. I never thought nobody would be able to replace Gary Coleman as the best little dude of all time, man. But Hasbullah, man, he funny, bro. That little dude, funny. And have you heard his voice? We got to protect homie at all costs. Homie don't play, yo, man. And Living Color was the best, bro. I'm sorry, man. The best. Yo, man, they was stuffing balled up socks into another sock. And he was hitting them. You already had grown people in there acting like little kids, putting on suspenders and shit. He bopping them in the head and shit. But Tony was teaching real life lessons, though. If you pay attention to it. Now, you don't have to take it to that extreme when you hitting people with socks. But when he hit that, he said, what's the lesson today? Don't sit around and be nobody's jackass. Exactly. Don't sit around and be nobody's jackass, bro. No. Maintain yourself. You only need to cut the damn food for people that will do the same for you. It was a little bit before the prime, because I want to say the movies is when he was talented as shit. But you got to remember, Damon was doing movies before Jim. Like, Jim spent the whole time doing In Living Color. He was there every season. Ooh, he was even there for them bad years. Like, the last season, it was still funny, but it wasn't what it was. Like, it wasn't what it was no more. Them OGs were still holding on, like Jim Carrey and David Allen Greer and Zakiya Crystal Kima. Yeah. I'm trying to remember if there was any other OGs in there. I think Tommy was still there too. Matter of fact, that was one of my trash ass friends sent me that Living Color skit where they had the has-been artists. It was like, it's like 94 or 95. So these artists aren't as popular right now as they used to be. It's Stevie Wonder, Tina Turner, Ray Charles, Hall and Oates, Cyndi Lauper, Diana Ross, Lionel Richie, Willie Nelson, and all of them was like they weren't relevant no more. They was going through something tough going on. That skit funny as hell. So that's a nice segue in. What I'm saying, one of the topics I wanted to get into. I've been really, really in the music thing, man. Like watching the documentaries and stuff like that, and like different ones, mainly rock and roll, because in 1995, PBS had a documentary that was from over there. The Bruvs made it, the British Broadcast Company and stuff. I'm not using that acronym. Droop Dead, yo, man, I'm trying to have a show, man. Come on, yo. And Living Color had a Whoop There It Is parody called Droop There It Is. It was like the last season. And the dude was, they had the dudes come out there and dance. And one dude had a walk and he had a heart attack. And as he was falling down on the ground, he grabbed his chest and fell away. Every time I think about a bad last season of TV series, Martin, because of that whole, what I'm saying? Yo, I mean, it was a fucked up situation on both parties. But that shit ain't got nothing on the last season of Game of Thrones, Randy. I'm sorry. That last season of Game of Thrones was ass. Oh, it was cheeks. But I digress. Fucking Paul over here, man. You trash, bro. That's what I'm telling you, man. Trash ass friends. I was watching this documentary, that the bros sent at the PBS. PBS used to be hitting for documentaries. Anything you needed to know, man. Now, some of them was a little different. I ain't gonna lie about that. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm glad it ended too, and I really don't even want this prequel show because that means they can do all types of shit. I ain't going there. But I was watching this documentary. It came out in 1995 called "Dancing in the Street." It was a rock and roll history, and it's like 10 different episodes. And they're all at least like an hour plus long, and they were really going through the history. Like they talking about how like rock and roll got started, like folk music, soul and R&B and all that junk. It was crazy because I just got to like the late 60s. I just got to the Motown part. Oh, I don't know what you might be still talking about Game of Thrones. But this joint here, man, I'm only on like, I want to say I'm on 5. So I think I got 5 more to watch. This joint crazy. They was telling you how they sped up the blues and turned it into rock and roll for real. And, they would never tell you this. You have to find it out yourself. Like Chuck Berry and Little Richard and this one more dude, Muddy Waters and Robert Johnson are like the groundwork for rock and roll, like for real. They influenced all those bands of white boys out there that did their thing, because during that time it was just considered race music and it was only for black people. So if all these extra copies of albums you have that you can't sell at white record stores or play at white radio stations, you just got to give it to whoever want to take it. And they was taking boatloads of it in England. And, from those 4 artists, man, you got it all. They explained how Elvis, was in the club, was always at the black clubs in Memphis and stuff like that. And also, and to be honest with you, Elvis, like his only first couple of songs was like that. After a while, he really went to some soft shit. Like Hound Dog, he took from Big Mama Thornton. But then he was like, once he signed to I want to say Atlantic and signed the big contract, went to the big label, they had them niggas thinking teddy bear and shit like that. You weren't really stealing from black folks like that no more. Like they was taking some rhythms from the shit, but it was real, like it was real bubblegum as hell. I probably end up going to watch that movie. I do want to see that jump for real, for real. But like talking about how him and another dude, Jerry Lee Lewis, and then at the end of the episode, this is just the first episode. They say how they went over what happened, like as it was transitioning. All of those dudes that I had mentioned, especially like the people that were doing the rock music when it first started, like Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Elvis, and Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lee was a wild motherfucker. I'm gonna get to him a little later. But all of them got caught up into something in the middle of their fame and like stepped away from the music totally. Elvis volunteered for the war. So he spent like, I forgot how long he was in there, but he voluntarily stopped being the biggest artist in the country, damn near the world, to go join the military. Jerry Lee Lewis, crazy ass, he married his 13-year-old cousin. So, you know, the backlash, you know, even then, they ain't on playing that type junk. Like, you wildin', bro. So he lost this spot. Then Chuck Berry got arrested for taking underage girls across state lines, underage white girls. And Little Richard became a pastor. So just picture like Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, and Ed Sheeran all just disappeared. Like they all went to go like Ed Sheeran went to go join the Ireland military. The Weeknd went to go be a pastor. Ariana Grande was out here hoeing it, and Taylor Swift left to go be a nun or something like that. That would fuck people up. So you could just picture how they was fucked up back then. And with all them leaving, and then they was explaining that the other episode, the second episode, that the next group that was supposed to come up, they damn near didn't even get to do nothing. Because as soon as Buddy Holly got famous, he died. So the shit was crazy. Like he put out like maybe like 1 or 2 albums that was crazy. He was like the Biggie of rock and roll back in the 60s. Buddy Holly only had like 2. He didn't have a lot, but he left a mark. Because Peggy sued my shit. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. Like, and all these artists I mentioned, I listen. Definitely listen to their music to this day. And Deontay Wilder to this day. But that junk crazy. Like I'm just approaching the 70s, man, and that junk is this wild. I have been looking for this on YouTube for a while, and I still didn't find it up there. They only have like 4 episodes up there out of the 10. That shit don't count. But they got a funk section. They got a funk section coming up, a hip hop section, glam rock, psychedelia era, all that stuff, man. This junk getting ready to be good, man. It's gonna be just like then. Cause I just finished the Motown junk, and they was explaining how Motown, just to give y'all a sense of how legendary this shit, this Motown shit is. Motown was the only other label that was selling with the Beatles, like putting up damn near as many numbers as they were. They was selling outside of the black community. White people were asking, yo, nigga, give me this Supremes album, bro. Well, not in those exact words, but they're like, dude, The Temptations, amazing. Like they got the other part, like part 2, where the producer becomes the superstar, and they got old creepy ass Phil Spector and stuff like that, man. Wow, yo, man, I'm telling you, man, it's on the junk on a website called Internet Archive, man. Because I was just typing it in Google the other day, and I said, whoa, this is a legit site. They ain't got no ads or nothing. You don't have to click on nothing that say this site allows cookies or nothing. Ain't no ads or nothing. It's just a documentary. You click the shit, you press play, and there you are. Man, this junk has been that's been a big dub. I can't wait. Now I'm gonna give y'all our episode because I ain't really got nothing going on. But I'm telling y'all, man, for sure, I'm hopping right back on that jump. And another music documentary I've been watching, Mike Judge, the creator of Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill, you know how he do, Office Space. He got a junk called Tales of the Tour Bus. I'm gonna keep mentioning this shit till one of y'all tell me y'all done watch this junk. It's on HBO Max or any animation or cartoon website you can get to. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. So he takes interviews that he has with different artists and people that know the artist very well, and he turns the interviews into animation. He turns the interview and the stories they're telling into animation. Please watch this shit, even if you don't know, because I didn't know half the country artists that was up there. But some of them shit's wild, man. There's a dude, a country artist named Billy Joe Shaver. He went to, and like the great Bill Burr said, because I was thinking the same thing when I watched it. This is at a time, might have been the last era you was allowed to do some of the wild ass shit that these people were doing. So Billy Joe Shaver gets into an argument at a bar, and he calls a dude a bully, and he calls him outside for a fight. Dude pulls out a knife. Billy Joe pop him in the cheeks. Billy Joe shoot him in the face. The bullet go through the whole jump, because when he explained it, he was like, he pulled out the knife, and then I pulled out my little pistol, and pow. I shot him right between the mother and the fucker. I said, oh, shit. I'm telling y'all, man, watch this show, man. This shit is crazy. And he shot the dude and got arrested for it. And in the trial, the prosecutor asked him, why did you shoot him? You didn't have to shoot him. You could have just walked away. And he said, walk away? Ma'am, I'm from Texas. I ain't no chicken shit. Well, it's safe to say his ass went to jail. Like they was doing wild shit. Jerry Lee Lewis was in the car with his band, one of his band homies, and they see Liberace walking down the street leaving the store. Liberace is a famous flamboyant piano player, you know what I'm saying? And Jerry Lee Lewis is one of the, one of them forefathers for the rock and roll shit. So he on the piano. So he sees Liberace walking down the street, and he tells the dude, you know what I ought to do? I ought to hit that motherfucker so it would be one less piano player in the world. Yeah, he was threatening to kill this dude, man. He was threatening to hit him with a car, man. He revved up and ran up on him, but he ain't hit him. Jerry Lee Lewis also knocked down the gate at Graceland, which is where Elvis lives. Matter of fact, your house is so sauce. They've been using this shit for a tourist attraction, even in your death. He drove through the gates at Graceland and was knocking on the door trying to kill Elvis. I don't even think the king was home. Telling y'all, man, wild, man. And just to take it, season 1 is all country artists. Season 2 is funk artists. I'm gonna let y'all in on this one time, because I ain't gonna be sitting there telling y'all the story about the black people. Get your ass over there and watch it. You need my HBO Max, I'll give you the login. I don't give a shit. I barely use any of these damn streaming apps anyway. So James Brown got into a battle with a dude named Joe Tex that trying to battle and could sell more records and shit like that. Yeah, they had rap beef back then. So, they were trying to say who was better or whatever. And then James Brown ends up knocking off, having sex with one of Joe Tex's girls. And Joe Tex was like, I got plenty more around here. You can keep her. He made a song replying to James Brown stealing his chick. He said, man, I got plenty, bro. You can keep her. So James got wind of this album and went to one of his shows and shot the shit up. Like, he didn't shoot at Joe Tech, but he was shooting the walls and the roof and all that other shit in front of people and drove off. He never got any. There was never any, punishment, ramifications, nothing. He did that and got away with it. That's a different time, man. Like, I'm telling you, that's why I don't like how they be so rough on Chris Brown. Like, okay, yeah, you shouldn't be hitting no woman or nothing like that. But y'all really not gonna sit here and act like these dudes ain't do all this wild ass shit. Come on now. They used to give legends passes for a long time, my G. They was all doing some wild shit, okay? Chris had an unfortunate incident, bro. I don't think he's done it since then. You know, he just been, y'all leave Chris alone, man. Like I said, he put out a good album. Leave that dude alone. These dudes been wilding. If you ask anybody white how important Rod Stewart is to the community of music, white people will damn near cry. And this man was stuffing drugs up his ass so he can get higher faster. Told the story and admitted it. Like, you know, even if it's true, you'd be like, man, I ain't do no shit like that, man. Y'all capping, bro. Like, y'all got to stop, man. Y'all wilding. Shit. Yeah, Rod Stewart used to put drugs up his ass so he could get high faster. Yep. Everything you can get in trouble for now. Yeah, no, I'm not, pal. What's up, Randy? What's the question, brother? Yeah, he did. There was a couple more. Everybody, what was he? Oh, of course. Yeah, Rod Stewart's white as shit. Yeah, yeah, of course. He's whiter than the motherfucker. But Negroes ain't that much better. We ain't that much better. We fucking up too. Yeah, what y'all think? R. Kelly the only creep? Ask Patti LaBelle about Jackie Wilson. Lonely Teardrops, To Be Loved. You know that guy. Yeah. Ask Patti LaBelle about that motherfucker. Trash baby. I just told y'all Chuck Berry was taking underage white women past state lines. They could have killed him for that. First of all, you messing with a white woman. Yeah, underage. Well, I guess they was all doing it back then because it was like The Color Purple, if you seen that. Because, you know, Celie and Nettie was on but teenagers, and that's what they was doing back then, especially in the country parts of the country. All you needed was a little bit of money and a place to stay. Fathers was giving up their daughters like shit back then, bro. Like, yeah, all right, Mr. Franklin, you have a nice farm, you make a good, honest living. You can go ahead and take Ellie with you. Ellie ain't number 14 years old, man. He ain't even got breasts yet, and y'all out here doing them like that. And they've been wilding, man. They've been wilding for a case of hooch and pigs. Like they've been wilding a long time, my brother. It's been wild for a while. This shit ain't just happened. People been fucking up. Oh, what y'all think? Movie stars don't do this shit either? Check out Marlon Brando. He'll let you know. And that will segue me into something else I did this week. I went to go see Top Gun. And I'll be honest with you. Tom Cruise just cool. He all right to me. You know what I'm saying? I've never been big on Tom Cruise. I respect him because he completed the mission and it was deemed impossible. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't put him in the same breath I put like Brad Pitt. Definitely not fucking Daniel Day-Lewis. That's my favorite actor of all time. I definitely don't put him there. William Dafoe, Gary Oldman, Tom Berenger, even the dudes he was with at one time in the first movie. He was giving them hoes despair. Y'all better read up about Jackie Wilson, sorry ass man. Shit. But yeah, I watched Top Gun Maverick, and the movie been out a month and that made $1 billion. If you ain't seen it yet, man, the fuck up, bro. I get tired of that spoiler alert shit. I don't give a fuck. You can tell me the movie, paint pictures, poster board, all that shit. You can do whatever you want. It ain't gonna stop me from watching the fucking film. I'm gonna watch that shit. Do you know I look up the Wikipedia page while I'm watching the film? I don't give a fuck about no spoiler. I'm gonna watch this shit. That shit was cool. It was a Tom Cruise movie. Accent his strong points, like his stunt work and stuff like that, and his action abilities and stuff like that, and let other people carry the acting. That's just I'm not saying he can't act, but I'm saying y'all go back and watch Tom Cruise movies. There's always somebody outdoing him on the acting chops. And that's. I mean, I'm not knocking it, but I will say I can't put you as high as some of the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Because when you stand out, you stand out. Like when he with the stunts, oh, he's standing out because we know he on that Jackie Chan type shit. He going out there. He actually performing these stunts. I always had respect for Tom. I would say he was buns and stuff just for shits and giggles, but I always respected Tom all the way back at Risky Business, Top Gun, Interview with a Vampire, Vanilla Sky. What's the name of that other shit? Jerry Maguire. Like I fuck with Tom. Eyes Wide Shut. I fuck with Tom. Was it The Day After Tomorrow with Dakota Fanning? Daddy, is this the day we're gonna die? I would have been with their little ass. Shut up. Stop talking. The Mission Impossibles. It's another one coming out next year. All right, man. He done completed the mission 6 or 7 times now. All right, we done had enough of that. You already showed you could put him in some other shit because the Top Gun remake that wasn't in. I don't know how long that was in consideration. It was a long time. Because they didn't instantly go after sequels like that. They didn't try to do it as much then. It slowly picked up in the 90s as shit was going on, as people started to realize that they fuck with the franchise. And sometimes, directors, they be really about the art and shit like that. Because James Cameron take time with all his movies. All his movies take a couple of years to get together. That's why they make Terminators, and he don't even be a part of the shit. He just be giving. He just tell people I gave them my blessing. Give a fuck about this franchise no more, man. We got Avatar. That's coming out too at the end of the year. I probably won't go see that. I will see it. I ain't going to no theater. I will never go to the theater when shit get released no more. I did that back in high school. No. Ain't no way in hell. But the movie was cool, man. I enjoyed it. Tom, one thing I need them to stop doing with Tom. No more running, bro. No more running, Tom. No more running. Okay. We have to be honest at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. He looks slow. All right. He's been looked slow. He's looked slow from the 90s on. Remember in Jerry Maguire when he was coming down the tunnel to go get Rod? When he got knocked out, they had to put it in slow motion because if you played it fast, it would be the exact same speed. Like, stop making Tom run, man. He's doing great with the stunts, but I am not trying to watch no 5'4" white dude on a full-on sprint. And this is one thing I will give him. He gives the face like he's giving the most effort ever. Like, he looks like a white man running. Have you ever seen them when they be in like the Olympic trials and stuff and how serious they face look? Yeah, they be like that. But it was a cool movie, It's all right. I'll definitely watch it again. Like if I get some cheeks over here, that's definitely something I'll put in because I know that'll keep their attention. Val Kilmer looked bad, bro. I know he was sick like that too long ago, but ever since 2000, man, because you got to remember, Val Kilmer was on the same level as Brad Pitt. Like once Brad Pitt got in the movies, he's been famous since then. Like it hasn't stopped. And he's giving you everything. He's giving you blockbusters. He's giving you critical acclaim. Sometimes he's giving you both. Sometimes he's in a random joint. You know what I'm saying? Like Brad covers all the spectrums of acting. And Val Kilmer was right there beside him. I'm telling you right now, George Clooney might not have been as. We probably wouldn't be drinking Casamigos or something else. We'd be drinking Valhammer or some bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how big Val Kilmer was. And to just see him, man, and how he let himself go and how he said, fuck it. Hey, man, as long as he happy with it. I'm glad to see you recover, too. Rest in peace, James Caan. That's another one of my favorite actors. I fuck with James Caan, man. Fuck with him. Like, I'm not trying, it's a little, he's shaped like a boombox. Yeah, man, you got to chill, bro. Rest in peace, James Caan, man. If you don't know, that's Sonny Corleone. Yeah, I'm telling you, Randy, when I was talking earlier about trash ass friends, he's the #1 dude. Mavy's World, oh, he is trash. He said Tom Cruise and Will Smith ain't never gonna stop running. They not, bro. They gonna have them dudes old. Because what you call it, sometimes I think they be faking it. Because I think Samuel Jackson could be running. I think he can still run, but he don't do the shit at all. Said quarter. But shout out to James Caan, man, the coach on The Program, one of the most slept on sports movies. They be talking that Rudy shit, man. The Program way better than Rudy, my nigga. Like, y'all gotta cut that bull. Y'all gotta get that the fuck out of here, man. The real deal shit, like The Program and Blue Chips, they be trying to act like that. Man, get the fuck. I don't give a fuck about no Hoosiers. That shit ain't fucking with no Blue Chips, man. Get it the fuck out of here, bro. That's my only problem with the past when it comes to the movies. Like some of this shit that they be saying the sauce, it don't be, bro. It be corny as hell, man. Like for real. And it's not because we in a different time. Because I can watch something older and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Dog Day Afternoon. That's some shit that happened in the 70s. It's more relevant now than it was then, and it was a hit then. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, cut it the fuck out, bro. And some of that shit, it don't be like the music. Like, when they tell you some sauce music, it's some sauce music. When I grabbed that top 500 songs of all time, that Rolling Stone magazine, from 1 to 500, all them shits was at least all right. All them shits was at least cool. Somehow would do you like the pro, man? Yo, man, you and Paul is wilding, bro. Yeah, man. Man, I hate this motherfucker, man. Shut up. Damn. Like most of the music shits, when they be having their list, man, they be sauce, but man, you're not gonna be sitting here telling me all that shit that Rudy a good sports movie. That shit is trash. They ain't nothing but false inspiration because players on the team like Mike Golick and Joe Montana said that shit was a fairy tale, man. What they put on the screen. Dude won't that good. He won't playing that hard, and he ain't do all that. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. And they keep telling us that corny shit like that. Because there's some old shit that still pop. You know what I'm saying? Like The Wizard of Oz still hit. I still fuck with The Wizard of Oz. They consider that a great movie, and I fuck with it. Gone with the Wind. If y'all into shit like the love and hip hop and all that other shit and the drama of reality shows, Gone with the Wind is that in a whole jump. Like, they got everything. They even got men be telling white people, get off my porch, you white trash. Like, it got it all. Like, that one's worth it. Casablanca, Humphrey did his thing. Paul Newman, yeah. Some of this shit be ass, bro. And they don't be wanting to tell you that because they don't want to get shit overtaken in their jump. Hey, boy. Ah, you were already hitting the table at the beginning. Shut your ass up over there, man. Fucking dog, bro. But yeah, man, stop telling us these movies is all that. Because there's some classic shits that really do slap. Y'all seen The Clockwork Orange? That was like that. Stanley Kubrick. Yeah. There's still people trying to get the feel for that. Because that's my thing. I'm more into like if you got characters. That's why I fuck with James Caan. Because Sonny from The Godfather, he definitely had one of the best. He delivered one of the best ass whoopings in film when he beat up Carlo in the street. And he was dragging him and throwing him over fences and hitting him with trash cans, the trash can and the lid. He was beating the shit out of him. And then he had a horrible death. When they caught him at the toll booth, man, they damn near, it looked like they was getting ready to shoot him in half. They was getting ready to cut his body in half with bullets. They fucked it up. I ain't gonna lie, Panda. I mean, Forrest Gump, I will give it his props. Tom did a good job because you would think that somebody that was special needs like that wouldn't be able to make it that far. But sometimes the ball bounces that way. I ain't gonna tell you, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not even special needs, and I done had the ball bounce my way sometimes when this shouldn't have. I could see some bullshit like that going on. Maybe not the Apple part where he end up a millionaire and all he doing is cutting grass because he invested in Apple and Nike and shit like that. Yeah, I mean, you know how we do. We trash, bro. After the first time, all that shit was trash. I watched The Color Purple as a serious movie the first time I watched it as a kid. And I held in all them laughs until the second one. So that's just how that is. I mean, I can understand that. I mean, it's corny as shit. Bubba's trash. I still don't know how that dude took that job. If you was telling me I had to do that role, I better be a star, man. Like, I ain't trying to hear none of that, bro. I don't give a fuck who you co-featuring me with. Ain't no co. I'm the star. I don't give a fuck if it's something trash like Pluto Nash. You gonna give me 4 of these movies that you think is cheats. If I'm gonna be in here playing a dumb slave, because that's what David Allen Greer said, because Tom Hanks wanted him to try out for it. Well, I mean, he was special needs, Panda. I mean, he was very unintelligent. He only used his brain power for shrimp. Yeah, hey, it's the deep south back then, brother. Hey, but never forget, those same people created the music that we listen to today. I love that shit, bro. We be making something out of nothing out this piece. I ain't gonna lie, man. I said black my favorite color. I love being black. I couldn't, I wouldn't want to be nothing else, man. I'll take the struggle, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, if you don't feel that way, I don't blame you. Cause hey, I mean, white people got it all right out here, bro. Hey, Asian people got it all right out here, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. And like white people at different spots has got it, they got it good here. But guess what? It's like places like Sweden and Switzerland and shit like that, and Finland. It damn near utopia over there. They out there kicking it, having a great time. But he fucked it up with that comedy. But we gonna still James Caan. I'm still there. That was probably one of my favorite parts of that movie. When they brought Sonny out to The Godfather and Brando, man, he made that face like, the guy they butchered my boy. Like, man, give me that, bro. No offense to Tom, man. I fuck with that movie, man, but it was all action and shit like that. And I enjoy action every now and again, man. But, man, I need some sauce, man. Nothing against these superhero movies, man. Nothing against them. That shit ain't nothing but flashing lights and destruction and fights, which is cool. But if I'm watching a movie, I want to see some acting. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm a movie nerd like that. I got to have, I need strong acting performances, man, from somebody. Somebody got to give me something. I don't give a fuck what it is. Somebody better give me something. That's when I do like when some people step their game up and they get real nice. Like, what's his name? Ben Affleck. People hated Ben Affleck for a while. And I mean, they have a reason. That Daredevil movie was complete and utter ass. And Geely was complete utter ass. And it was just bad all around. It was just bad all around. But all the bossy shit he be doing be sauce, man. Like, what's the name of that shit? I can't remember the name. Good Will Hunting. That's my shit. The Town. He had a nice little run, man. So, even somebody like Ben, I think everybody has the capabilities. In the 90s, Mark Wahlberg used to act for real. Like, have you ever seen him in that movie Fear, where he was terrorizing the family? Yeah. Mark Wahlberg used to act. The Basketball Diaries, he was holding his own against Leo. Now, Leo, Leo is Leo. But, Mark Wahlberg going bar for bar with him, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's what's up. He ain't going to win this battle, but I see you garnering respect. Then he start doing, whatever. Because he won't be acting that well in The Big Hit. Actually, he sounded like a bitch in The Big Hit, which is probably my favorite Mark Wahlberg movie. The action was crazy. That's how good the action was in that one. I'll take that one. Because Wesley Snipes choreographed that shit or executive produced something like that. He had a lot to do with the making of the film. You could tell Mark had been working out hard and shit, learning martial arts, learn how to be a killer on some John Wick shit. That's another thing I give Tom props for too. He will learn that shit. because he really did go to like real official cup and saucer gun training and shit like that. Like he really did go to a John Wick school for that Jack Reacher shit. Now, when he had the gun, he was cool, but that's a small dude, man. I mean, yeah, ain't that crazy? I can accept. I can't totally buy into him whooping somebody's ass, but I can believe Jackie Chan or Jet Li or Bruce Lee, they could whoop somebody's ass, and they was little dudes too. So it's something about martial arts, or just being martial minded in general. Because even like the boxers, remember Pain and Gain movie? You know what? It was okay, but it was mostly playing on, you know what I'm saying? Like the story on its own is amazing. So all they had to do was just not fuck it up. I think they just added the Anthony Mackie part in there. That made that real corny as shit. Because it could have just been what The Rock and Mark Wahlberg was going through, because that was wild enough. Jason Statham, his whispering ass. I am the transporter. That's who I am. Are you trying to challenge me? Like, yo, I'm sorry, man. Great martial artist. He got some sauce. Like the transporter, I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with the driving, but I'm not watching this movie just to see you drive. And I don't watch the hour of this film. And the first time you get in the fight, you rolling around in motor oil to gain the advantage, man. No, man. Just make it regular hands and feet, bro. God damn. You could do that shit with just regular hands and feet. Stop trying to remix the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what it is, man. Just keep. We will always be entertained by martial arts film, aka Kung Fu theater. We all love Kung Fu theater. Crank is, like I said, Statham be in some decent jumps. Jason probably should have been 47, but yeah, because he can learn to. But he gonna want to fight though. And 47 don't do a lot of fighting. He do a lot of shooting. So, you know what I'm saying? He would have to go to the John Wick school and shit like that. Crank was just a good jump, but come on, man. He out there fucking in the middle of the street to keep his heart pumping. That shit just as silly as Speed. And I guarantee you, if you watch it now, it will be a comedy. Because the Kung Fu theaters, man, you ain't got to do, because all them joints still hold up. The Lucky Star shit with Sammo Hung and Jackie Chan, Game of Death with Bruce Lee, Game of Death with Bruce Lee, Fist of Legend by Jet Li, the Donnie Yen flicks. Oh, hey man, you can get sauce from that. That Hitman movie was cheeks. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. They should really stop the video game movies. If you're not gonna do it right, no, because I don't even think that was rated R. And if I'm watching an assassin film, I need rated R. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that. I don't need the realism of the job to be as stealthy as the damn job. Okay. They did the same. They fucked up with Max Payne for sure. Max Payne was ass. And when I saw the rating for that, they said PG-13. I said, that y'all can't. If you're gonna do Max Payne, you have to do that as a John Woo, Chow Yun Fat flick. No, I ain't. I said I didn't know if it was. I won't. You know what I'm saying? I watched it one time and put it out of my mind. I'm on fucking Max Payne now. I still don't think that shit was all right. I mean, I still just thought the Hitman was okay, but Max Payne was worse. How the hell you got a Max Payne movie PG-13? All the violence in that shit, man. If y'all don't go get Chow Yun Fat, have him running around with them 2.9mm shooting up everything, I would have rather y'all use him as Max. Oh shit. I ain't fuck with that one either. I ain't even know they had a remake. I just thought they had the one with Wahlberg and shit. Cause I was like, y'all don't need to do this no more. Cause we all seen them badass, them horrible fucking video game movies, man. Them shit was really trash in the 90s, bro. Ew. Like that's something from the 90s we can't brag about at all. Them goddamn video game movies outside of The Wizard, my nigga. And that's how good The Wizard was. That shit had to hold it all along. But Panda, I can understand that, but you already fucked up. All right. Like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for you to be giving no mulligans on no movies, especially when other people will make one that you're looking for already. Like I didn't, the fact that Max Payne wasn't rated R, I was salty. But I just watched the John Woo movie, so it ain't like we ain't got the shit already. So I will easily be able to move past some of that shit, especially if you ain't doing it. If you ain't doing it the way I want you to do it. Because they remade The Punisher and with Thomas Jane and John Travolta. That won't it either. That won't it either. The TV show was crazy. Dude that played The Punisher, I fuck with him. That's one of my new favorite artists right there. The favorite actors right there. That's one of the up and comers right there. Because he was good in that trash ass Sopranos prequel. Yeah, it won't. What the fuck was y'all doing? I'm gonna tell you this right now, boy. Them motherfuckers caught up to HBO, man. They did, because there was that one time. Oh, you was thinking The Punisher? Man, that movie was ass, bro. The one on Netflix was so much better. The Punisher. First of all, they had John Travolta in it, and outside Look Who's Talking, and Saturday Night Fever, and maybe Grease. I ain't that big on. John Travolta had a time from like 98 on. He was just doing some trash, bro. Oh, yeah, the show was mad nice. Yeah, but I thought you was talking about Max Payne. I'm sorry. I didn't even know they had a remake. Now, if you're talking about The Punisher, yeah, TV show was like that, bro. Dude was nice. Yeah, he nice. And he in that cop show that's on HBO Max right now from the dudes that created The Wire, because HBO going to make sure that they don't get fully caught up with. Because, you know, Showtime and them used to be trash back in the day. Showtime, Cinemax, Stars, not only could they compete in movies, they couldn't even compete in original content. And they just started getting that shit together. So, you know. But I can tell you this right now. They got all these good ass shows. I don't give a fuck how many versions of Power Stars come out with. Shit ain't gonna be better than The Wire, bro. I'm sorry. It's just some shit that you gotta accept. No, I'll put Grease in there. I give him props on Grease because I fuck with Grease. I'm a musical motherfucker, so I'll fuck with that. I was a kid when Look Who's Talking come out, and I fuck with the youngest. So I always thought that, you know, it was still funny to me when I grew up and shit like that. Saturday Night Fever, he was sauce. I had to get to him. He was killing it on that dance floor. White Man's Burden, Battlefield Earth, Pulp Fiction. He didn't do shit in Pulp Fiction. Most of that shit. And Face Off will always be one of the most disappointing movies. I'm so mad that I watched that as an adult because that fucked it up for me from the giddy up, man. Jesus Christ. I watched Face Off as an adult and it just got worse and worse, man. By the minute, it was all bad, bruh. It was all bad. Because, you know, it don't matter to me because I'll go back and watch some shit. Like, I just recently, like a month ago, watched that first Ninja Turtles movie. And that's why I said, like, that's why I didn't like 2 as much even as a kid, because the first Ninja Turtles was a good-ass movie, man. It was serious. Everybody was acting. It was putting everything into the shit. I mean, they had some fun moments, but they was right there with the goddamn serious moments. After they had got Raph and he was fucked up sitting in that tub and everybody was trying to reflect. Michelangelo trying to have fun, but he can't because he ain't got the angry dude with him. Leonardo was like, I shouldn't have let him go out there by himself. Michelangelo, like, man, what is we gonna do? Splinter said, my boys is fucked up right now. Like, you felt the emotion in that house when it was fucked up, man. After Raph got his ass beat for taking this dumb ass out there by himself anyway. Good ass movie. Y'all can feel how good that shit was right then. And then in Turtles 2, he bought us Vanilla Ice. And a lot of fun shit. Now, the action was good because the karate was crazy. How many of you ignorant asses was trying that Enziguri back kick that Ernie Reyes was doing when he was, trying to join the foot. Because, even like Turtles, man, even as a kid, I didn't expect it to be that well made of a movie. I just thought it was going to be some kid shit. And it wasn't. It wasn't. Too corny as hell. Too is corny as hell. Yes. Man, that joint was bad. Yeah, man, some of them just leave it alone, bro. It ain't necessary, bro. Shout out to Lebanon, man. I'm gonna mention Lebanon. We ain't talked about sports damn near this whole time for real like that. But I gotta shout out Lebanon for going out to the Drew. I was just saying to myself like a week ago, I ain't seen them playing no street ball like that. Usually they be like at the Rico Hines runs and the Florida runs and stuff like that. They don't, and Rico Hines be talking to them like they coach. Like, man, shut up, man. This is a 5-on-5 run. Shut up. We not winning nothing. We ain't here just trying to get some work, bro. Shut up. Go out there, play hard. If you don't play hard, I might have to take you off the court. Say, man, shut your dumb ass up, man. You're not taking none of these NBA players off the court, man. And they be like real hoopers out there. Like, man, you're not telling DeMar DeRozan to get off the court. I don't give a fuck what he doing. He could be doing nothing. Every time they pass it to him, he passes the motherfucker right back. But shout out to LeBron going out there. Definitely had me thinking about the lockout season. Y'all remember the lockout season? Ooh, we was clamoring. We was like dope fiends waiting for them to do shit. Every week we was sitting there waiting on Ball is Life, Hoop Mixtape, all that shit, just waiting. What's gonna happen? In the moment of the whole jump, man, Kobe hitting that game winner at the Drew, bro. That shit was crazy. He sparked up on Harden off all three and then stood up there like the champ like this, and everybody rushed him while he was just standing there. It was epic, yo. Yeah, it was rough because it wasn't no season, but they was like, you know what I'm saying? We was like crackheads out there just waiting on some footage, bro. Just waiting on some footage. Because, college and high school was still going on. So, they was competing with the kids for mixtapes and shit like that. Remember when Durant hit like 5 threes in a row at Rucker and they just ran the court? They just rushed the court. They ain't even, the game wasn't even over. Shit, that's when Brandon Jennings was saucing, Tyree. Kyrie just started to get into the fold. Russell was out there being real ignorant. Yeah, it was a lot of everybody played at least one game. Because LeBron and them had one in OKC that they did, but I want to say Russell was doing for charity. And then LeBron and them had another one in North Carolina they did. Baron Chubby Ass was out there. Baron Fat Boy Body was out there playing. He was still hooping. Because I think this was right around the time that shit started to be over for him. You want to know how crazy it was? Anderson Varejao was out there, and like young Ricky Rubio was out there playing rec games and shit. This is before Lil Wardell blew up and shit. That joint was crazy, bro. They was out there doing it too. Swaggy P was out there, Lil Nate Robb. Yeah, that joint was crazy. So it was cool. I don't remember Monte. Because I want to say this was right around the time he had left. Because I looked at that top 50 that Ball is Life had from the lockout like 2-3 weeks ago. I don't even remember Monte up there. They had Drew Gooden making his Varejao fall up there. They had Jeremy Evans and JaVale McGee. Like everybody was doing this shit. Remember Kenneth Faried? Kenneth Faried had a very short, he had a spark when he started, but then he was just garbage, man. That shit was over, bro. Like, they did him dirty, bro. He was gone. I might watch that shit again after I get off of here with y'all. I might watch that again just to see the Bean and shit. The Bean hit that jump. Because Durant was playing everywhere. Remember, Durant was at the Drew League. Then he was at the Goodman League in D.C. Then he played the Baltimore jump. Yeah, it was the D.C. versus Baltimore with Melo. And then, what was his name? He was at that one in North Carolina with LeBron. That one in OKC. Kevin Durant looked like he was just driving around everywhere playing basketball he could. Yeah, man, it was a bad time because we didn't have no season. Oh man, you should have knew the Manimal was getting ready to be done. Like the post was damn near dead at this point. The only dinosaurs that was left was like Al Jefferson and Zach Randolph and Mark Gasol. The rest of them, nah, that shit was starting to change. That new crop came in, man. They stopped giving a fuck about the post. For real, for real. But that shit was sauce, bro. Yeah, I might peep that. I've been watching a lot of like shit. Have you ever had like debates with yourself just to see who would you pick because you never thought about it or questioned it? But today earlier, I saw a Calvin Johnson video and I was trying to decide, do I pick Calvin Johnson or do I pick Larry Fitzgerald? Y'all ponder on that. Shout out to Ryan Garcia who beat the shit out of that boy. Either you fighting Tank Davis next, I don't give a fuck. I didn't watch this fight because I didn't give a fuck. I don't care. If you're not fighting the champ, I don't give a shit. But yeah, you know, it's crazy to think about how amazing Calvin was. Probably the most physically gifted wide receiver we will probably ever see. 6'5", 235, 4.3 speed, 40-inch vertical. Yeah. You want to know the crazy part? He wouldn't have never passed Jerry. That's the crazy part. He wouldn't have never passed. Even if he played a couple more years, he might have got one, but he won't go get all three. And he was still breaking records and shit. Calvin had like most 200-yard games and all that shit. And he still won't pass Jerry. You know, when I knew Jerry wasn't gonna be fucked with, when T.O. and Randy Moss and man, it was all types of wide receivers trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know, nibble at the crown and shit. Damn, boy, Jerry can't be fucked with, man. I'm sorry. That's just gonna be a constant forever. I know people don't like a lot of GOAT talk, but if it's cut and dry, that's it. Jerry the best wide receiver to ever play in the NFL. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Whatever box you need to check. Now, if you say because you ain't never seen him, I'll give you that. But I witnessed that greatness. Anybody around my age, I will not. I don't give a fuck. And Randy Moss is my favorite football player of all time. But the greatest wide receiver to ever step in the NFL. What? Hell no, I don't put Moss up there with Randy. Hell no. I mean, I don't put I don't put Moss up there with Jerry. No. Jerry is number one in all those categories, bro. I mean, it's nice to have, you know, Randy just go out there and you just throw the ball up and shit like that. But apparently routes mean something because Jerry got more yards and touchdowns in him. No, man, that wine ain't kicking in. I'm like this all the time. What the hell you been at, Randy? I figure I'd just babble about some shit because I owe y'all some time because I didn't stream last week. So I owe y'all all this conversation any damn way. Oh, yeah, just on yeah. There's a lot of wide receivers physically better than Jerry. Like Calvin is what people was creating like back in the day. Like, you know, most of, you know, people that make like the 6'7" point guards and the 7'3" centers and stuff like that. They was also the ones making 6'5" wide receivers and 6'4" running backs and and 6'3" and 6'4" corners and shit like that. 6'6" linebackers and all that other shit, you know, going all the ways outside the rim when they making players. And Calvin was that. He was pretty much Randy and T.O. combined. Because, you know, T.O. was diesel, physical type dude, but he still had some speed, but he wasn't faster than Randy. He couldn't get up like Randy either. So, and T.O. had bunnies. He could dunk for the longest, like easy type dunk. But Randy won Mr. Basketball in West Virginia. And I know you're saying, who is hooping in West Virginia? You know how many times they could have picked a white boy over him? And let's not forget, they tried to kick him out and put him in jail over a fight anyway. So it won't like that. So if they gave him the props of giving him that. But yeah, I don't know, man. Calvin, I don't know. Calvin nice. And he went to that horrible ass team and they wasted a legend. But playoff fits. Playoff fits though. Larry Fitzgerald in the playoffs, man, damn near unguardable, bro. Like I ain't seen shit like that since Jerry. Like you already know who the ball going to, because in playoff time you ain't got time to be fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like after they beat Dallas, Jerry broke the bank to get Dion over there to help him. No, I'm talking about the other way. Because wait, did he go to Dallas or San Francisco first? He went to San Francisco first. Yeah. And he did Michael Irvin so dirty. Larry Fitzgerald got more tackles than drops his whole career. And you want me to say that DK Metcalf is a great wide receiver? The young boy got potential, but the pundits be really trying to make it seem like he not top 5 in this group now. So I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Cut it out. Devontae Coop, Hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just Jefferson and Jim. I mean, shit, I gotta give it to Jamar. He put up them stupid ass numbers. But I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm just fucking hungry, man. So I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all. Next time I am off, I have no idea. I'll find out when I go to work on Tuesday. But thanks for everybody coming out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As Mabby Choom says, subscribe to like button. And I like again, appreciate, got mad love for y'all. Thank you so much, man. Be easy and be you, because that's all you can be. I'm out.